After position and a scale, next to in effect controls, there is a rotation. Okay, so rotation is what to rotate your video. This will useful, right? So here on this one, and there is a toggle animation. Click on this. In default, it is showing in 00. Okay, so there I used already one keyframe, and move this to up to here. Okay, I'll add one more keyframe. So that means both the keyframes are in the same without changing anything. So here I'll change one more. I'll add one more keyframe here. Okay, then move this to up to here, up to here. Otherwise, keep this here. Okay. Now see this one. Yes. After this one, the video is playing in reverse, right? So for that, I'll add one more keyframe here, and I'll reset the parameters here. Yes. Now play this one. That's it. Okay. So here right now this is in linear. If you want to add Bezier, the curviness adding, right? So at the curviness, that means what? There video can play in a smooth flow, right? So Control Z. So I'm keeping this in a linear only. That is a rotation. Though here by adding the value, or otherwise you can click on this, you can give the changes. Okay, and here this is the velocity, the speed and all. Suppose here, see, I'm reducing these points, so, and just moving this, and you can play this one now. Yeah, so these are the controls for the rotation. Okay, so then what I'll do, first select all these keyframes, select all, clear all keyframes or otherwise, come to start point, remove all the values here. Now there is an anchor point. So what is anchor point actually? Anchor point is, suppose see, when you double click here, they're showing the plus symbol, that is anchor pointer. So based on that anchor pointer, your video can move, right? So that is the pivot point, that is the that main point. Based on that, your video is rotating or turning. So suppose you can see, turn your video, so based on this point it is rotating. So I'm using Control Z. So here I'm using anchor point here. In my first frame here is my anchor pointer. Added one keyframe here. Okay, if you change this anchor pointer, I'm pressing Control on keyboard and move this pointer. So here or there, anywhere, suppose here. So based on this, your video, or otherwise your frame is moving. See this one, scaling even from there, because you change this point. And even for the rotations also, that point is fixing, right? So Control Z. So now I'll move this to here. Here I'll add the same keyframe here and move this here. One more keyframe here I'm adding. I'm changing this to this side. Now Let us play this one. Okay, so because that anchor point is, your anchor point is there, so based on that it is moving that left side, that is point, right? So again what I will do, from there I'll add one more point here, and I move this, I'll add one more point here, and I'm changing these values to normal, Yes, now play this one. Yeah, based on anchor point changes, your video will move or play. Okay, remove all this one, select all, and right click and cleared. Next, this is anti-flicker filter. So this is actually this filter will work on HD videos, high definition videos, particularly sometimes your videos flicker, particularly at the lighting area, so you can control that flickerness, particularly for the lighting area, right? So suppose here I'll add anti-flicker filter here, and I'm keeping that same to another area also, and here I'm using one more keyframe, and here I'm changing this to a right side. I'm giving the value of 1. Okay, so between these two, if you see this one, lighting flickerness. If it is a HD high definition video, that we will understand, because it is not the high definition. Yes, mostly this will work on the high definition video, particularly the flickering lighting. If it is there, then this anti-flicker filter is useful. Then you can select all, so clear, and remove this also. Yes. Next here, see, crop left, crop top, crop right, crop bottom. These are to crop your videos. Suppose crop left. So this is my keyframe, 0 keyframe. So here I'm adding the same keyframe here, and here I'm adding keyframe, and I'm changing this to this side, this much I'm adding. Okay, and after that one I'll keep this up to here, and I'll change this here. I'll add one more keyframe and reset this one. Now play this one. This is nice, right? So left side we are cropping. Okay, next is about opacity. So opacity is, suppose here I'm giving one keyframe here. I'll move this to here. So this is one more keyframe, and here I'm giving one more keyframe, and here the opacity is 0. I'm allowing a few frames with 0 only, and I'm giving here one more keyframe, and this I'll reset to parameters normal. Okay, now play this one. Yeah, that is opacity. Opacity basically what you can change the transparency of the video. Okay, and then here there is a blend mode. Blend mode, if you want to add the blend mode, at least you want 2 videos or images are required, right? Same in Photoshop, how we use blend modes. You can keep one image over on another image, so you can own the blend mode in Photoshop. So that will create the blendness between based on those colors, clip colors. The same here also we use blend modes. So for that required one more video here. Okay, come to here. I'll adding one more video. Yeah, this is, and unlink this, and I'll mute this audio for the bottom one, right? So this is, yeah, this is. So I'll move this up to here. Yes, here I'm adding opacity for that skipping video is 0, and here I'm adding one more keyframe, the same value I'm keeping, and here one more keyframe and resetting this. So that means the result will be this. So here we can mute this. We play this one. Yeah, these are the opacities, right? But here we are using 2 frames. But here if you use the blend mode here, the blend mode right now it is in normal, you can keep this in a multiply, then you observe here, see this is right now it is in multiply. You can change this one to lighten, can change this into screen. So these are same like in Photoshop, linear, dodge, lighter color, overlay. You can choose which one is suits your project. Hard light, vivid light, linear light, suppose here, and pin light, difference, suppose it's look like a negative of film, but right now here I'm using suppose this overlay. Now you can play this one here because only one video is there, so the blend mode is not applying. So when you reach this to another video, there only this will show. this is nice, right? So these are all about opacity and this blend modes.